squat seated, just opening up through your neck. We'll take our right hand behind our neck, elbow up towards the ceiling, and the left hand will bring the head in front of the left shoulder. You're just breathing into it. And then we'll switch sides. Left hand behind the neck. Right hand brings the head in front of the right shoulder. Then we're coming back into center. And your right hand will come behind your back, palm facing out. And your left hand brings the head in front of the, or not in front of, just over towards the left shoulder. And then we're switching sides. All right. And from here, we're going to come into a quadruped position to warm up the spine with some cat-cow. Today, when we inhale and tilt the hips forward, arch the back, look up towards the ceiling, and then look over your right shoulder. So you're just twisting into the right side, and then exhale as you come to center, rounding the back, looking towards the belly button. Inhale, arch, and look over the other shoulder. And then exhale, round, and look towards the belly button. Just moving with your own breath, alternating sides. And then we're going to come to center in our quadruped position. For some scapular circles, we're going to do 5 coming forward and 5 moving back. We're not bending the elbows. We are pressing the shoulder blades down towards the waist, pinching them up and together around to the ears and apart again. 5 coming forward. And 5 moving back. Just making space in there. Right. After those scapular circles, we're going to press back into a child's pose, hips to heels and reaching long through your fingertips. On the exhale, think about letting your chest come closer to the ground. And we're going to do 3 internal to external shoulder rotations. We're turning our hands in towards each other, bringing the shoulders into the ears. And then we're rotating out, palms to the ceiling. 2 more times. Remember to keep breathing. And then coming back to center, here comes Freya. We're going to walk our hands all the way over to the right side. Pausing to breathe into it, opening up through the lats. And then walking the hands over to the left side. And then we're coming back to center and back up to our quadruped position to thread the needle. Right arm reaches underneath the left, bringing the ear and shoulder to the ground. And then we're switching sides. One more on each side. Right, and then we're going to step our right foot outside of the right hand and bring the right elbow down towards the heel for the world's greatest stretch. One more deep breath here. And then right hand behind the ear for 5 T-spine rotations. You're letting your eyes follow the elbow to the ceiling. And then you're sitting up in your half kneeling position for a couch stretch. We're pressing our left hip forward, squeezing the glutes. If you'd like to deepen the stretch through your quads and hip flexors, you can elevate that back foot on something like your foam roller or a weight. Maybe you're really feeling it and want to grab that foot and pull it in towards you. If that foot's elevated, you're going to bring it back down to the ground. And you're going to reach your left arm overhead and then across the body. Then we're going to straighten it back up, extend that right arm out in front, and rotate into the right side. And we'll bring it back into center and sit back on the left foot. You're extending the right leg, and we're leaning over it. Then we'll come back to center in our quadruped position, and we're going to switch sides. Left foot outside of the left hand, and the left elbow comes down towards the heel. Just thinking about being heavy through that left elbow on the exhale. We have one more deep breath here. And then left hand behind the ear for 5 T-spine rotations. And you're sitting up into your couch stretch, pressing the right hip forward now, squeezing the glutes, maybe elevating that foot, thinking about it. Nope. Hamstrings say, no way. Just breathing into it. And then your right arm extends overhead and reaches across the body. And we're straightening it back up and extending the left arm and rotating into the left side. We'll bring it back into center and sit back on the right foot as we extend the left leg and lean over it. All right, and from here we're going to come back to our quadruped position and step our feet back to a plank. Shoulders are over the hands, feet are together, glutes are on, and we're pausing here for a couple of breaths. And then we're stepping our right foot outside of the right hand in a long, low lunge. You can drop that back knee for some support if you like. But we're going to extend the right arm out in front, reaching through the fingertips. We have 3 shoulder circles. Moving slowly and deliberately, reaching through the fingertips the whole time. After the 3rd rep, you're going to plant your right hand, and then you're going to step your right foot back. Pause for a breath, and then step your left foot forward. And extend the left arm for 3 shoulder circles. After the 3rd one, step your left foot back. Pausing to breathe into it. And then you're going to walk your hands with tiny steps into your feet, coming into a forward fold. Letting your head be heavy, your neck and shoulders are relaxed. Legs are straight. You don't have to touch the ground here. And then we're going to walk the hands out to a plank again. Shoulders over the hands, glutes are on at the bottom. And you're going to give me a scapular retraction without bending the elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, separate them, and then walk the hands back into your forward fold. And then one more time, walking it out to a plank, squeezing the shoulder blades together, separating them, and then walking it back in. We're gonna come up to standing and we're gonna grab a band. And we're gonna do 5 over-unders here. Arms are wide. We're not bending the elbows as we come up and over as far back as you can without pain. After your over-unders, you are going to give me 10 chest pull-aparts. Arms are straight out in front, bringing that band back to your chest. Nice work. After your pull-aparts, we're going to do a lat push-down, arms overhead, grabbing that band and pulling out on the band as you bring it down towards your hips. Slow on the way down, quick on the way up. We're pulling out on the band on the way down, and then we're releasing it as we come back up overhead. We're going to do 10 reps here. Remember to keep breathing. Firing up the shoulders and the lats, getting ready for this bench press / floor press. I'm not counting. I think we're close to 10. What do you say? One more. All right. And then we're going to finish up this warm up with a bent over row. We're standing on that band with both feet. Hips press back into a hinge position. Chest up, shoulders pressed towards the waist. And we're pulling this band into our hips like we're pulling on heavy pants. Squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top for 10. All right, and then that's it for the warm up. I drink some water. Today, we're focusing on upper body strength, specifically floor press / bench press, depending on what you have. Or maybe you have one of these step aerobic things. We could do it on that as well. So if we're working with dumbbells, it's important when working with dumbbells to really think about setting up with your arms in extension. So we're sitting down with our legs extended, grabbing our weights and starting with them at our shoulders. We're rocking back as we extend the arms. We don't want to rock back with those weights at our armpits. It's like starting at the bottom of a squat. So our arms are extended and we are squeezing our shoulder blades in together. So you're tucking those shoulder blades in. That is lifting your chest and creating an arch in your back here. We want that. Your legs are extended so that you can engage your glutes as well. You're squeezing your butt, shoulder blades together, and you're going to turn your hands at about 45 degrees. You're inhaling as you come down. Once your triceps touch the ground, you're going to exhale and punch those weights up. We're doing 8 reps. If you're using a bench, your triceps are not going to touch the ground, and a bar, you want that bar to touch right in the middle of your ribs here. It's probably your 3rd rib up. Right across the middle. You are again inhaling down, exhaling up. You can't rotate your hands on the bar, so think about turning your elbows so that the inside of your elbow is pointing in towards your face like you're bending that bar away from you. Inhaling down, exhaling up. We're going to do 5 sets of 8 reps here. So we're going to start our first set. Or before we start, any questions or modifications? We good? All right. So rocking back in extension. Nice work. After your first set, you're gonna rest, breathe, drink some water. When our focus is strength, we want to prioritize our rest here. We not only want to let our heart rate come down, but we want to give the muscles a chance to recover. So we're resting, spacing out, thinking about our next set. Maybe you want to go up and wait for your next set. If you want to go up and wait, but you don't have heavier weights, we have two options. One, you can move slower. Move slowly like you're moving through quicksand, maybe going for 3 counts down and 3 counts up. It'll increase your time under tension. Or you can add a band. If you're using a band with your dumbbells, it's a little bit tricky to set up, but totally doable. You'll take that band and loop it around your upper back under the arms. And then like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you're gonna grab those weights, rocking back, making sure you're starting at extension still. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, squeezing the glutes. Same thing, inhaling down, exhaling up. All right, so when you're ready, we're gonna go for set number 2. 8 more reps here. Work, we're looking good. After set number 2, we're resting and breathing. It's funny, I've been doing floor press for like the last year. And so being able to break the plane, bring the elbows past my ribs, it makes it a lot harder. Turns out range of motion makes a difference. So thinking about range of motion, and if you don't have a bench or an aerobic step, maybe you have a stability ball. You can do your bench on this as well. Oh, Freya is interested in this ball. So if you start sitting on the ball, roll down so that then it's under your back. It adds stability to it as well. So it makes it even harder than just breaking the plane. You're stabilizing yourself as well. But you can do that there as well, if you want. We're going to start our 3rd set in just a second here. Start setting up for it. So set number 3, 8 reps again. We're starting when you're ready. Make sure you bring those shoulder blades in together. Inhale on the way down and exhale at the top. Go. Doing good. That was 3 sets. We have 2 more sets here. spacing out, maybe drinking some water. You can swing your arms around, give them a break. Almost there. We'll start setting up for set number 4. You're starting when you're ready. 8 reps. Work. We're going to rest and breathe, and we have one more time through here. My pecs and shoulders are glad that we're not doing push-ups today. Last week we had push-ups later in the week. I mean, don't worry, we're not going to skip them, but not today. We're resting a little bit longer here, and we have one more set. So if you've been waiting to add weight, maybe now you want to do it. Maybe you want to try that band thing now. Or maybe you just want to slow it down for this last set. And if you are adding weight or resistance, it is totally fine to do fewer reps. All right, we're going to set up for this final set. 8 reps is what we're going for. Maybe you'll get 5. We'll see how we do. Work. So you're just finishing up this last set, resting and breathing, and then I'll demonstrate our next circuit. Just 1 minute. Oh, nice work, Amy. All right. So next up, we are going to do a short circuit. We have 3 movements. We're going to do 8 reps of each. And you don't need to use the same weight for everything. I'm just going to demonstrate it that way because it's easier to demonstrate. So we're going to start with a single weight, kettlebell or dumbbell. And we're going to do an alternating single arm row. It's going to be a hinge position row, but we're going to do this from the ground. So starting with your weight out in front, You're pressing your hips back, slightly bending the knees, feeling those hamstrings engage. And from the ground, you're gonna row it up to your ribs, and then you're gonna switch sides. That's 1. You're gonna give me 5 on each side. After 5 single arm alternating rows, you are going to give me 8 Romanian deadlifts. So you're starting with your weight in between your feet. You're going to deadlift it off the ground, butt down, chest up. And then we start from the top for 8 reps, pressing the hips back and standing up and squeezing the glutes. Inhaling down, exhaling at the top, 8 reps, and then 8 upright row. The hands facing in. You're leading with the elbows as you bring that weight up, all the way back down. I don't care how high you get your elbows here, just keep them above the wrists. So even if you're just coming up to about your belly button with that weight, keep those elbows high. So we have 5 alternating rows from the ground on each rep, 8 Romanian deadlifts, and 8 upright rows. Questions? Modifications? All right. So let's start. 5 on each side. Then you have your Romanian deadlift. 8 reps. And then upright row for 8. Nice work. We're going to rest and breathe. We're just going to take a short rest here before we do it again. We're going to do this 3 more times. Right. And when you're ready, you're going to give me 5 more alternating rows, starting from the ground with each one. And then your Romanian deadlift. We're thinking about pressing our shoulders down towards the waist. Feel like you're pinching a piece of paper under the arms. And finishing up with 8 of those upright rows. Nice work. We're resting and breathing. It's setting up for set number 3. So when you're ready for it, going for 5 rows on each side. 8 Romanian deadlifts. Remember that first rep off the ground doesn't count. Just say your first deadlift off the ground doesn't count as a rep. Fantastic. We're going to go through this circuit just one more time. Just taking a short rest here. Drink some more water. And when you're ready, one more time through, 5 rows on each side. Eight Romanian deadlifts. Your 8 upright rows. Hey, nice work. You're resting and breathing, and we have one more circuit we're going to go through today. For this last circuit, we're going to do 8 reps of everything. Again, you don't need to use the same weight for the whole circuit. I'm just going to demonstrate it that way. So our last circuit, we have 8 swings, starting with your weight out in front. Feet are a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward, and staying your whole foot. You're inhaling as you pull that weight under. Exhale at the top as you press the hips through and squeeze the glutes. 8 reps. We then have 8 thrusters. That is a full squat to overhead press. You could do this with a single weight in front of your chest or 2 dumbbells up at your shoulders. But we're coming into a full squat and then pressing overhead at the top. 8 reps. And then we're going to finish up with 8 halos in each direction. So you're going to give me 8 coming around one direction and then switching for 8 in the opposite direction. Whew. Questions or modifications? All right. We'll start when you're ready with 8 swings. And 8 thrusters, full squat to overhead press. And your halo, 8 in each direction. Fantastic. We're resting and breathing, and then we're going to do that 3 more times. I'm going to open up this sliding door. Oh, we'll see how this works out. I have a daycare center down below me. It can get kind of screamy. See what we do. All right, you're gonna give me 8 more swings when you're ready. No, go lie down. My favorite is when the dog makes direct eye contact with me while I'm doing kettlebell swings and starts walking towards me. Not like you don't know what's happening. Just resting and breathing. Petting the animals. Kari or Erin, did you put in an application on that sweet dog that I sent you both? No. Man.
It was so cute though, but no.
Isn't she so cute? Oh man, a dog named Cuddles? I mean, get out of here.
Not as cute as Freya though.
No, nobody's as cute as Freya. Right. When we're ready, you're gonna give me 8 more swings. Go lie down. Go lie down. Go ahead. Nice work. Straight from those swings into your thrusters. And then your halo. Come here. Yeah, come on. Can't remember which way I was going. Here we go. Nice work. I think that was 3 times through, am I right? Yes. All right. We have 1 more time through. It's going to be great. You might even love it. We're gonna rest for another few seconds. And when you're ready, one more round, starting with your 8 swings. Nice work, and then give me 8 thrusters. You have your 8 halos in each direction.